Hello guys, this is Boomerang here and welcome back to another video, and today I have some bad news. AFK fishing actually doesn't work on the server. It actually detects if you're standing in the same place while fishing. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because I was fishing for a lure 3 rod and I was AFK. Or I was the server thought I was AFK. So yeah, that's a massive oof. But I do have some good news, and that is that we are now starting to invite season 3 members. Now, these members aren't really actually members. They're not going to really be involved very much in the election or anything like that. Their main role is to just vote. They can walk around and everything. They also can build small and insignificant structures, although they aren't going to be a big part of the election at all, and they aren't allowed to interfere in any way. And apparently the overflowing problem is region based. So it just so happens that most people can actually log on, and because that the server has a lot more uptime now, which is amazing. Anyways, related to that, one of those people actually built a little house right here. Now he moved out and he's currently building a much bigger one, which I might show in a future episode. Anyways, in this episode, what I want to do is get rid of this eyesore and actually start building the base. I want to get the first floor done. I've been collecting a lot of resources lately, and I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. The only problem is that we're missing one critical resource: wool. We need to make a wool farm, which originally we were supposed to do last episode, but that went on so long that I couldn't do it last episode. So here we are. But before any of that, I actually want to get in contact with Loom about the iron thing, because we will also need some iron for the wool farm as well. And our melon and pumpkin farm is actually overflowing big time. I was correct about that hypothesis. And also, I have a few things I kind of want to say to her, and we can just determine where the alliance will take us in our mission against Mr. Moss and Plodge. So yeah, a lot of things. So anyways, let's get into that. Oh, one more thing before we meet with Loom. Something else I forgot to mention is that I desperately need the red dye. Well, I don't really desperately need it. I can always find a rose and get red dye that way. But it would be really nice to use the roses for red dye for the base, and she probably doesn't know what to do with it at the current moment. So it's kind of a win-win, I guess. Anyways, I was gonna go on here because I wanted to. I first off, I was wondering. So should we have a policy where if one of us wins the election, the other one becomes vice president?
Uh, yeah, actually, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hadn't actually thought of who I wanted my vice president to be.
Yeah. I was thinking if I win, I'd have a few people in the cabinet, like a president, a vice
Yeah,
president, a couple others.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a really good idea. Yeah.
Another thing I was wondering is, can I buy some of this iron out of your iron farm?
Uh, I
Because
mean, yeah, sure. How much do you need?
um I need I don't really know actually. But like maybe we can have a deal where I can get discounted iron and you can have discount like a 50% discount on iron and you can have a 50% discount on everything in my shop.
Yeah, yeah, okay. That
Yeah.
sounds that sounds pretty okay.
Yeah. Did you
My
sell
general
iron?
price
Oh,
it
did you
was
sell iron?
2 diamonds per stack.
All right, so it'll be one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I
I
need
think that's
yeah. I also need the
yeah.
poppies for my base as well since I'm gonna be using red.
Oh, just take those.
Yeah.
I don't need to profit off those. I don't care about them. I've just been making them into bone meal. So if someone has a use for them, please by all means.
All right, sounds good. Anyways, oh yeah, also one more thing. Moss ended up killing me with the warden. Now I'm not planning about getting
Oh.
revenge yet, I'm currently too focused on internal things like trying to build my own base. Although later, let's just plan something like that because
Yeah. Hey, if you need someone whacked, you come to the right person.
yeah.
That's my mafia voice.
But anyways, that seemed like a successful meeting. I'll
Yeah.
go back and also I'm gonna be tearing down the eyesore soon, so
All
you
right.
don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna be replacing my HQ in that same
Wonderful.
area.
I will eventually one of these days I'm going to end up finishing this mountain.
Yeah, if you need dirt, just let me know. I don't
Oh
know how
god,
much
I
dirt
do
I'll
need
be
dirt.
able to
I
provide,
actually
but
did just run out of dirt completely. I'll have to figure something out. I've already been tearing down this armchair mountain because it was generated, so I need a lot of mycelium, so it's
yeah,
mine now. It's my celium.
haha.
No, that was bad.
I've made worse jokes.
That doesn't surprise me, actually. You seem the type.
But that was a successful meeting. Now we are able to get enough iron so that we can actually operate our melon and pumpkin farm at full efficiency. And also, by the way, I've been getting a ridiculous amount of melons and pumpkins, even though it was not at full efficiency. So yeah, it's gonna be even crazier. But I want to do one thing now, and it's kind of something I didn't really think about in the start that I really should have. I need to change my helmet. Much better. Much better. I've got all the enchantments on it. Also, why their helmet not look enchanted? Is that some sort of bug? But without further ado, let's get started with the wool farm. And we've got the wool farm done. So I do have a tutorial as to how to do this on my channel, although I've found a more efficient way of doing it. Oh, I forgot to dye a sheep. Color should be, I'll make you black. And yeah, so this one is going to be white wool, which we sell, and this one's going to be black, gray, and red. So I realized I made them way too big. I only put half the sheep, which is needed. In theory, that'll also make the shears last longer, even though we shouldn't have issues with those in the first place due to how short the season will be. But yeah. Anyways, since now that that's done, and we can get wool like that, let's get started on the base then, shall we? But first off, let's just tear this monstrosity down that you literally can't even see the top of. We've got the first story of the HQ done. Now, off camera, I did do a bit of changes, like I terraformed this area. I also added the iron doors there because I should have really added that on the on the time lapse, but I didn't. So this is actually going to be our main entrance. The entrance over here, seeing it, is just to the Kami Commons, and this will not lead into the building. The Kami Commons will just basically be a separate entity from the base. So with this HQ, I kind of want to go for a redstone theme. I want to like build a lot of gadgets and that sort of stuff. That's why I built the farms in. I'm gonna get villagers, whatever. Although because of that, I want to make our door right here a lot more fancy and also a lot more secure. Because security is also going to be another theme of this HQ. Something else that I found really funny is that while I was building this, Axel was also time-lapsing literally right next to me. You've probably seen some of it with the replay mod footage, but she was building this sort of like alpine forests and then some of those red trees and that sort of stuff. And she was also working on the rocket shop as well. I cannot wait for that to open. But yeah, I just found that kind of funny because you could have probably literally seen her in my time lapses working on it. Anyways, if you're watching this far into the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future content. We're on our way to 500 subs, so every sub counts. What I want to do is, you see how I have buttons now? I want to make a key card register to open up the door. And yes, that's actually the reason why I built this giant hammer and sickle rug in front, or carpet in front. It's exactly because of that. In one of these blocks, I'm going to have a hopper hidden underneath. And that's going to be where we're going to have the keycard registration thing. The block I'm thinking is the left door and then 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. So like right next to the hammer. And also I'm going to rename the keycard and that sort of stuff so that nobody else can get their hands on it. And yeah. Yeah, I have made one of these before, although it's been a very long time since I've done it. Although at the same time, I've gotten a lot better at redstone since I first built it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this thing built. And I've got the key system in. So I just throw this little pass right here. And there we go. We can get inside now. Awesome. This stuff is important, okay? We do not want our enemies to know what is going on inside of here. What some of our nefarious plans are or whatever. Anyways, what I think I'm going to do last is I'm going to do the interior of this build. And this is also when I think I should probably mention something. So the middle section right here turned out to be a lot narrower than I expected. And because of that, using the whole 12 blocks for rooms will just look weird. So what I'm thinking about doing is that for the first 2 stories, we're actually going to have 2 rooms each. And then the upper 2 ones will use the full 12 blocks. So there's actually going to be 6 floors to the HQ instead of 4. I also think this will be better since I'm also going to be living inside of the HQ, you know? I'm going to have my storage system in there, maybe a super smelter. You know, my villagers will be in there. That sort of stuff. It just gives you more room to play around with. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so I was getting the hallways done, and I think I might have settled on a design. I don't know how it looks to you guys, because I was kind of uncertain about it at first, but I think I like it. This is how the hallways look. This is the first one. And if we go up here, there's a chance I get stuck. This is the second. As you can see, I don't have the doors yet for the second floor, as I don't know how I'm going to organize that. Anyways, I was thinking that this room will probably be for the bamboo farm. By the way, do we have some? Yes, we do. The wolf farm and the melon and pumpkin farm, those rooms will be on the second floor. And mainly for this floor, I'm gonna make it like my base. If you know what I mean, it's gonna be base stuff. So over here, I might put like my bedroom or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. And on this side, or should we do that side? You know what? Let's do this side. On this side is gonna be meeting room. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have a much larger one once we get to floor 4 or 6. Sorry, story 4, floor 6. That one. There's gonna be a much larger meeting room, which will take up the whole height. But this one will be for, business. And I've got the first floor done. I'm sorry I haven't made very many cuts. I've done a lot of changing in that sort of stuff, so I didn't really want to, this episode, so I didn't really want to make cuts and that sort of stuff and then just completely change it later. But if we throw down our badge and oh my god, that's the complete wrong end. Okay. I have not done that before, by the way. I have not done that before. That was so idiotic. But if we go to the left, you'll see here is our bamboo farm room. Got the blocks there, bamboo there, some more blocks there. I'm currently putting melons and pumpkins there since I don't have the storage system for that yet. If we go further left, there's our bedroom. I might put a clock up there, I think, because it's kind of hard to tell the time deep inside of this HQ. Over here is the meeting room, and I really like how this turned out. I love how like I use the micro blocks and that sort of stuff. This actually has to be one of my favorite builds, I think. It said that it's gonna be temporary. Well, in use temporary, because I really like this. I like the table and that sort of stuff as well. As you can see, I also brought in nether bricks because I felt like they would be useful in the palette. At first, I thought they wouldn't, but I then changed my mind. And in the final door, we've got this little room, which I don't really know what to do with, but we have the secrets area, the the classified documents area right here. And as you can see, it's in the diagonal shape. On the other diagonal, there's going to be something that's kind of related to that, but not really, that we're going to be doing next episode. And yeah, I think that's going to be where I'm going to leave this video off. So I've still not done anything on the second floor. That'll also be next episode, I think, because working on the interior on this is actually taking quite a long time. And I also have a few other plans for it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, dislike if you dislike, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out!